Almost 3 years ago, I was holding a gun to my head, ready to blow my brains out, while my entire family watched in horror. It was my 53rd birthday party, and the ringing in my ears was so excruciatingly loud that when my wife and children began to sing "Happy Birthday," I completely lost it. I went straight to the bottom left dresser of my drawer, pulled out my secret Glock 29 and counted 3, 2, 1. But when I took one last look into my son's tearful eyes, my hand started trembling so bad that I dropped the gun. The bullet passed dangerously close to my wife's cheek and went through the ceiling. Of course, I never meant to scare my family like that, and I'll never forgive myself for having put them through this nightmarish scene. But it was that precise moment that sent me on a completely unexpected 2-year-long journey through the dark underbelly of the multi-billion-dollar medicine industry controlled by government and elite societies. And eventually led me to the discovery of a completely natural and inexpensive method that makes it possible for you to clear your hearing again. Hi, my name is Gregory Peters, and the incredible story you're about to hear is 100% true. In the following 5 minutes, I'll show you where this hellish sound really comes from and why tinnitus has absolutely nothing to do with your ears, but with something deeply disturbing and life-threatening that's happening inside your brain at this very moment. And once you'll find out what it is, not only will you have the power to fight all the ringing, roaring, and whooshing in your ears, but also fight this thing that's taking over your brain, which is an early indicator of disorders like memory loss, amnesia, or other dangerous brain diseases. Because this treatment is so incredibly powerful that it has been clinically proven to work regardless of your age, medical condition, or the severity of your tinnitus, and without you having to spend a single red cent on hearing aids, dangerous chemical-filled medications, painful ear flushing, risky surgeries, or useless sound therapies. In fact, this method is simple and is so amazing. Not only did it send shockwaves across the medical establishment, but brain doctors see it as a miraculous key that can unlock brain rejuvenation and significantly decrease your risk of brain disorders like memory loss. Yes, I know how incredible this sounds, especially if you've been suffering from tinnitus, thinking there's no escape whatsoever. But even if every single doctor you've seen has crushed your hopes by saying you're bound to live with this sickening sound for the rest of your life, it's crucial that you stick with me until the very end of the story, because in a few moments, you'll soon be able to shut off that creaking sound that's been ruining your life and feel completely normal again. Your days will be quiet and peaceful. No more headaches, dizziness, or nausea. No more constantly feeling angry and depressed. Forget the dreadful sleepless nights when you were tossing and turning, praying for just a second of silence. You'll no longer have to struggle at work, trying to figure out what your colleagues are saying and asking what all the time. Or pretending you're focused and serene when that piercing buzz is following you everywhere. Moreover, you'll regain your social life, finally being able to relax and go out with your friends and family, even in the noisiest places, just like 47,000 other people did. People like Anna G. in Philadelphia. She says, "It stopped. It stopped. Oh, wow, it stopped. I kept repeating these words in my mind over and over again and still can't believe it. After 7 horrible years, everything is normal again. I've got a life again. My chest is going to explode from all the joy. Thank you. Thank you." Thomas Key, 57, from Tennessee, says, "Honestly, Greg, at first I felt sorry for you, thinking you've gone truly insane from all the ringing. I mean, cuckoo from tinnitus. It happens to the best of us. But then I couldn't help wonder, what if? What if this is the one method that works? What if I've tried all these wacky therapies and I say no exactly to the good one? Once I was so desperate that I stuffed onions in my ears. Well, it's been 3 months now and not a peep from tinnitus. I feel reborn. To think I was about to pass my opportunity to end the misery sends shivers down my spine." Billy Brighton, 60, from Rhode Island, says, "You never realize how important silence is until you lose it. My left ear whooshing was unbearable. Sometimes I feared that I would hear it even dead. I'm a 6-foot tall man, but I swear to you, I cried the evening my whooshing stopped." Now, if you suffered from tinnitus for any length of time, I'm sure you're curious to find out all about this groundbreaking, inexpensive method and take control of what you hear and when. So, let's not waste any more time. I want you to know who I am, why my unusual discovery turned the medical world upside down while saving thousands of lives, why pharmaceutical giants and drug manufacturers are willing to spill blood in order to keep tinnitus sufferers away from it, how the members from the IQ Society, Mensa, along with government officials, are secretly getting rid of their tinnitus and supercharging their brains, and how exactly it would help you finally achieve the peace of mind you deserve in less than 3 weeks from today. So, as you know, my name is Gregory Peters. I'm 56 years old and live in a small town near Stanford, California. I've been a medical librarian at one of the biggest U.S. universities for over 30 years now. We, medical librarians, pretty much do what a typical librarian does, with one important exception. We work with health-related materials. That's why I often get to meet and assist hundreds of brilliant doctors, students, and alternative medicine experts in their research. Not only that, but I've witnessed a few medical breakthroughs and seen life-changing treatments take birth. Now, of course, none of them compares to the tinnitus remedy I'm about to reveal to you. It all began about 10 years ago, on a Saturday, while I was drinking my morning coffee in the kitchen. This paralyzing noise came out of nowhere. At first, I assumed it was a fridge that had broken or something, as it was pretty old. But it wasn't a fridge, nor anything else around me in the house. And even though I prayed to God, the noise wasn't coming from outside either. It was like the sound of a train breaking on the rails, a sound of metal or iron, and it was glued to my ears, no matter where I went. After 3 days, I was starting to get creeped out. I couldn't sleep well, I couldn't focus, not to mention the horrified looks I got from my wife and children when I asked, "Can't you hear that?" I've heard and read about tinnitus before, but I refused to believe it was serious, thinking it was just a temporary ear infection. But after 4 weeks of living with that horrifying ringing in my head, I finally decided to go to the doctor, ready to do whatever it took to get rid of it. That's when my hell began. Since I was working at one of the biggest U.S. medical universities, I managed to pull some strings and get an appointment with a top-notch ear specialist. He saw me right away, checked my ears, did a lot of hearing tests, including an audiogram. And as the highly recommended doctor reviewed the results, he said he still didn't know what was wrong with me. One thing was sure, though. Nothing at all was physically wrong with my ears. Well, Mr. Peters, can't say I'm surprised. A lot of people come in here complaining about ear ringing, but the truth is chronic tinnitus does not usually come from the ears. Wait, what was he saying? Was he crazy? Or was he suggesting that I'm the crazy one? Well, what he revealed next left me in complete shock. And please, listen carefully to what I'm about to say next, because it's a matter of life and death. First, what you need to understand is that, as the doctor explained it to me, tinnitus is not an ear disease, a bacterial infection, or a virus, but a symptom of a hidden condition. Now, I have 2 simple questions that will help you find out what's really behind your tinnitus. The first question is only for those few who have tinnitus for less than 7 days and flu-like symptoms. Do you have tinnitus for less than 7 days and are also experiencing high fever and headaches? If your tinnitus is that reason and you're also feeling sick, go to the doctor immediately. I'm serious. You might be dealing with meningitis, which, and there's no delicate way to put it, is a lethal condition unless treated urgently. Now, my next question is for those with long-term tinnitus, just like me. Do you have tinnitus for more than 7 days? If yes, it's crucial you know what happened to me so you don't make the same painful mistakes and get directly to the incredible method I've discovered. Because you're dealing with chronic tinnitus, and even though doctors know it's a symptom, they have no clue what exactly causes it.